how to create more content. How do you create so much freaking content? You machine, you superwoman. I was like, this is not sustainable. It is not sustainable for me to come up with keyword-driven content, even if it's, what the people want. If nobody buys this, I'm gonna buy it, right? I'm gonna be in a class of one. I'm gonna be teaching myself because this is some good training, right? Hey, CourtneyLSanders here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, I'm a full-time online life and business coach as well as wife and mom. I wear all the hats and do all the things. And one of the questions I get all the time is, how do you create so much freaking content? You machine, you superwoman. And I'm like, thank you for the compliments, but I'm not a superwoman. I just know that content creation can be easy if you let it. You just have to stop overthinking it. So if you are an overthinker, I'm a recovering overthinker. I'm always recovering from overthinking because I love analyzing things and I can get very analytical. I think it's my ex-engineering background that I blame. But if that's you too, you're gonna love this video because I'm gonna make it so simple for you, right? Let's stop overthinking content creation and just let it be easy, because content creation is very, very important in order to help you not only grow your brand, but attract clients. So if you wanna know my mindset and some of the different things that I do to just let this be easy, just let this roll off my tongue, right? In fact, as I'm doing this, I have my notes that I know I wanna cover in my videos, but I don't have scripts for my videos. Hopefully you can tell I'm literally just like off the dome, right? So if you wanna know how I do that, you're in luck because we're gonna get into it right now. All right, my first secret for making content creation easy and to stop overthinking this is truly to speak about what you're excited to speak about. I know, right? And I made this mistake for a long time, even on this YouTube channel. So if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I've kind of rebooted it since 2020. When I first got my start on YouTube, it was actually a hair care channel because my first business fresh out of college was actually a hair care company. So needless to say, it failed, right? I had no idea what I was doing. I was actually an engineering major. I later switched to marketing, but I didn't know nothing about business. And then I'm trying to start a hair care business. Girl, what are you doing, right? But I knew to get on YouTube and to like show my hair and my twist outs and all of that. But later, as I got into online coaching, my YouTube channel was just kind of dead. And I was like, well, I want to revive it, especially in 2020 during the pandemic, because I knew people were going to be staying at home watching their YouTube videos. And so I got very, very aggressive about like, yes, I want to, revamp my YouTube channel and, let's create all this content and let's talk about building an online business, personal branding, coaching, all of these things. And so initially, when I first started creating videos, it was very like keyword SEO heavy, like what are the people searching in Google, right? And so I would subscribe to all these tools and I would research all these things and I was looking at all this stuff in YouTube, looking at keywords, how many phrases is that? What's the SEO score on that? Just because I thought that I needed to talk about these specific things that people are searching for in order for me to get hits on my YouTube channel, in order for people to watch my videos. And while that worked to a degree, because people do type in those titles and then boom, they were landing on my videos, I found for me, the content creation process was starting to get stressful. Like initially it was fine because it was just the excitement of like, oh, I'm creating a new YouTube channel. This is really cool. But over time, it started to kind of feel like, I gotta, fire up the SEO tool. Like, what are we talking about, this week? And also, hopefully, that I batch create a lot of my content. In fact, you can check out this video here, which talks about my process for that. So it was like doubly draining because not only was I not talking about what I wanted to talk about, I had to talk about what I didn't want to talk about for like 20 videos straight because I batch create. I do at least 20 videos per session. So it was just a lot. And, I just felt like I was starting to dread, a lot of these topics. And so eventually, especially once I got to the place where I was doing content every single day and releasing content every single day, I was like, this is not sustainable. It is not sustainable for me to come up with keyword-driven content, even if it's, what the people want. Why don't I talk about what I'm excited to talk about? And I found since doing that, not only has it made it easier for me to show up and do my videos, but also post on Instagram and create emails and all the other places that I'm producing content, my podcast as well, it has also done better. Who would have thought, right? It's done way better than the like keyword SEO driven content. Even just recently, I've been looking at my YouTube stats, even from last month. This past month has been, my highest month in terms of views, in terms of watch time, even in terms of revenue. By the way, I don't make that much money on my YouTube channel. I'm not rolling in the millions yet. At the time, I was making about $1,000 a month for my YouTube videos. Now we're up to $1,500. Woohoo! So shout out to everybody who subscribed and who has been watching my video. So, we would like to 10x that in a few years. Hopefully the channel will grow to that level. But for now, we're up $1,500 a month, which is pretty cool. And it's all come from me talking about what I want to talk about. So there's that trust and self-knowledge that you have to have in believing that what you want to talk about is interesting to you and it will be interesting to other people. So that's honestly the first secret. I've stopped talking about anything that I don't find personally appealing. All right, so along that theme, because I know some of the questions might be, well, what if what I'm interested in, my audience is very like, I want to learn about this thing. Here's the thing. You're the coach, right? You're the expert. You're the personal brand. Like, you know what people need. Usually we're most excited to talk about the things that we're personally learning, or ahas that we personally had, or breakthroughs that we personally had in our own lives and our own business, and we want to share that. The way you make it so that people want to watch your content and it's engaging is that you adapt it for where your audience is, right? This is a perfect example of that, even this video, right? I'm excited about the fact that me simply talking about the content topics that I want to talk about is really helping me with my performance, both on my YouTube channel, my Instagram content, my email open rates are higher. Like, everything is just doing better. Even the programs that I create, I'm creating stuff that I'm just excited to create. I'm like, look, if nobody buys this, I'm gonna buy it, right? I'm gonna be in a class of one. I'm gonna be teaching myself because this is some good training, right? So I'm creating things that I'm genuinely excited to create, and people are responding to it, and it's like crazy. It's bananas. Most sales, most views, most clicks, like all of it, right? I'm excited about that, right? But I know you are like, hey, I'm either just getting started or I've been in this for a while and content creation is like really a struggle for me, right? So I could have, done the like keyword SEO thing, like how to create more content that is beneficial, how to master your content creation process, right? But I didn't do that. I did a blend. I did a marriage, right? I took the thing that I'm excited to talk about right now, which is talking about what I'm excited to talk about. And then I married that with something that I know you're interested in. I adapted it to your need, your desire, what you're looking for, which is how do I stop stressing about content creation? And voila, we're here on this video. So think about what you're most excited about. Think about what you're learning. What are your breakthroughs? Typically, those are the things that make you the most excited, and then adapt it to your audience, and you'll find that your content creation process is way easier. All right, the next thing that I do that really, really helps my content creation process and makes it super seamless is that I just simply share my mindset. And this also helps too, because I get a lot of questions around how much is too much to give away on social media? Am I giving too much away for free? How do I know what I put in my courses and my programs, and what do I put on social media? I like to think of social media almost as pre-coaching, right? You are kind of coaching people who aren't your clients yet, but you're coaching them to understand what your frame of mind is, what your philosophy is, how your coaching works. You're coaching them to the sale, where it's like, hey, this is the type of person that I am, this is the type of work that I do, this is my philosophy. If you're interested in that, here's how we can take the next step and then actually work together. And so if you share your mindset in your content versus always trying to teach people how to do things, you might find that you'll actually attract more clients because you're connecting with people who like your philosophy. They like the way that you look at the world. They like your approach. In fact, this is also very important, why every coach should have a coach. I actually just did a video about that. You can check out either on the screen, or we'll link it in the description below. Shout out to my assistant. I always feel so bad. I'm always referencing all these videos, and she's like, Courtney, we can only link 2 videos per video. And I'm like, what? I've referenced 6 videos. So for those of you who have emailed me some of your videos, you're like, hey, check out the video here, and it doesn't show up, it's because I maxed out my allotment, okay? I'm always referring videos. So just subscribe to my channel and just watch everything, okay? That will be helpful. So whether it's on the screen or whether it's in the description box, I do have a video around why every coach should have a coach, and it talks about this exactly, how you have to have clarity around the mindset you need and the mindset you actually need to be coaching your clients on, and that is something that you share in your social media. I know, so easy, right? We always think it has to be 6 ways to blah, 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 or how to whatever, but if you can just share your thinking around a subject that you know your audience cares about, or something that they struggle with, not only is it easy to create content that way, I mean, you literally can just make a podcast about it, you can just do a video about it, you can, put a photo up and do a caption about it on Instagram. Like, it's super easy to talk about that, but it also helps you attract clients because people who are attracted to the way you think and the way you see the world and how you approach your coaching will be more inclined to want to work with you. All right, I have more where that came from, but first I want to hear from you. Do you struggle with content creation? Share why or why not in the comments below. All right, another thing that I do that makes content creation really, really easy is I think about my content as a running conversation with my audience on my subject matter. So clearly, I'm very chatty in these videos. I'm like, yeah, you know that other video that I talked about, right? It's almost like you're here in my living room, you're here in my condo. Side note, not to derail the conversation, but this would be a great opportunity to promote this. I am now allowing people who want to do in-person intensives and VIP days with me. You can have a VIP weekend with Courtney. So we will include that in the description as well. But you'll come here to Houston, we'll go to lunch, we'll do an all-day session, and then you can stay in my own Airbnb. Yes, in this very condo, you can stay here in my Airbnb overnight. We have all this lighting equipment. I've set it up where you really only need your iPhone and you can shoot great videos. You can create all of the content that we would have discussed in your full day session. Again, stay the night and then you can be out, the next morning and go home and you'll have all this amazing content to help you promote your business. So if that's something that is of interest to you, you can click the link below to learn more. You can also book a call with my team, but I would love to host you here in this very condo. So you can click the link below in order to check out more information. But yeah, I think of my content as a running conversation because I'm always talking about the things that I'm excited about, right? So you see how all of these things connect. I'm talking about the things that I'm excited about, and the things that I'm excited about are about current breakthroughs, different ahas that I'm having. And so it's almost like me and a best friend where I'm like, yeah, the thing I talked about last week, that big aha I had? Remember that thing that happened? Well, here's something else that's connected to that. Here's something else that I learned. Here's something that happened as a result of me pursuing that or achieving that goal or having that breakthrough. So it's just a continuous running conversation with my audience. I think so often when we think about content, we think it has to be these separate little today I'm talking about this, tomorrow I'm talking about this. Me, I'm like, we're talking about this all the time. Again, this is a running conversation, pull up a chair, let's have a chat with your homegirl Courtney or with your coach Courtney, right? This is just a running conversation between us, and this running conversation just so happens to take place over multiple YouTube videos or multiple Instagram posts or multiple podcasts or whatever, but it's just a running conversation. So if you think about it that way, content creation, so easy. All right, and the next thing that I do to make content creation super easy is that I stop judging myself or comparing myself to other coaches or other people or even just other content creators. In fact, I see a lot of personal brands, coaches, experts, consultants will compare themselves to vloggers and influencers, which again, nothing wrong with that, but those people have totally different business models. So why are you trying to compare the content you create, but also the number of likes or comments or views or whatever you get from somebody who is in a business model where they're in business to generate as many views as possible? I'm not necessarily in business to generate as many views as possible. I'm in business to connect with my ideal client. That's the purpose of these videos. The purpose isn't necessarily to get sponsorship and to get a lot of views and all of these things. So we have to stop comparing ourselves to people who aren't even in our business or don't even share our business model. But even the people who do, because I know this is a big issue, comparing yourself to other coaches, people you think, oh, she's better than me, she's got better videos, whatever. Stop comparing yourself. And so for me, even now, I don't compare myself to other people. And I also understand that quality only comes from quantity. I wish more people understood this. So often people do not shoot video. They do not create content. They don't create, posts on Instagram because they're like, oh, it isn't good enough, right? And it might not be, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't create it and post it. You should do that. Again, that's why I do videos every single day. I've been doing daily videos for 8 months now, and the quality has consistently gotten better. My ability to just come on here and talk off the dome has gotten better. My topics have gotten better through quantity. There were some videos where I'm stumbling over my words and my video editor had to do a lot of cuts to get it done. Or sometimes I look at the topic and I'm like, oh, that I talked about that, but I wasn't super excited about it. Now it's a lot better. Hopefully you can feel the energy in these videos. I'm getting comments from you all how is it the first time I found you, right? Again, quantity. Quantity is ultimately what creates quality. So we have to stop judging ourselves. We have to stop being so like, oh, I can't put this out if it's not perfect, and understand that perfection is a process, right? Things get perfected over time, and you have to create if you want to get better. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you're gonna love my content planning cheat sheet. You can click the link below and download this. This is a free PDF guide that shows you even more ways that I come up with content and do various things to help that content creation process be super fast. And again, if you're interested in having a VIP day session with me, a weekend with Courtney, also click the link below in order to learn more information. All right, I'm so excited that you were here. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you want even more where this came from, don't forget to subscribe to my podcast, The Courtney Sanders Show. And if you want even more from my podcast and my YouTube, you got your girl working overtime. Make sure you are following me on Instagram. It's CourtneyLSanders on Instagram. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.